I mean, my goal for the day, I'd love to win. I mean, everybody comes to win, so I would love to win, but realistically, I want to have a ride that I'm proud of. That's a good ride. So whatever that score is, however that compares to others, I won't know until the scores come in, but I want it to be a ride that I'm proud of.
Are you ready to go? You ready to go on a road trip?
It's like, okay, I know how to get on this.
This one makes more sense.
Good play. Stop in the corners. It's just very. There we go. All right. Safe travels, Bob. Thank you.
I had an accident 4 years ago on my horse, on my hard horse. I ended up coming off in the driveway, shattering my wrist. It was a freak accident. I had to have multiple surgeries. The whole time I was recovering and rehabbing, he stayed in training. My intent was to come back and I was gonna carry on. So I wanna say 6 months or so after I broke my wrist that I was cleared to ride again, I got either a call or text from Jenny saying he feels like he doesn't know where to put his hind legs. Immediately I knew he was relapsing with his EPM. We had treated him for EPM, he did well the first time. It didn't last very long before he relapsed again, and that's actually one of the reasons that we think the accident that I had in the driveway happened how it did. As a result, I rehomed him. That was the end of my riding. And for the first time in 35 years of having horses, I didn't have a horse. It was devastating actually, but I came to terms with it as best I could. I was literally traveling fall of last year and I was in a hotel looking at Facebook, scrolling through, and I came across a horse that was for sale. So that's how it started. I then reached out to Jenny, and then Jenny put out an ISO on Facebook for dairy. And Amanda, Dairy's owner, answered. So that's how dairy came into my life.
That's it. Yeah, it looks better. Super easy trot. Go to a nice place in your head. Think about maybe what we're going to do for lunch later. No big deal. And we're going to remember that our warm-up is going to have layers to it. There you go. Good. Give it a shake. Looks great.
Chick. I need to get over this, like the nemesis. It's gonna be that chick. That's gonna be the nickname for the person that runs me down in the warm-up, and I'm just gonna have to learn how to ride mentally around that chick.
He looks so good.
Yeah, he feels good. He feels better.
He feels good.
He's definitely a little, I think, woo-woo with other horses in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I think is going on, but
The whole thing is, like, remember what Amanda said, he's super, super rideable and trustworthy in the arena.
yeah.
Right? So I think that, again, we have to get him loosened up. It's about finding that game plan of what we need on. You know what I mean? And it's a small one. So the rider before you, would you like me to take the You ready? Big breath in, big breath out. Have fun.
Okay. Aside from being hospitalized, that's literally the worst thing that could have happened. That's literally the worst thing. I don't know what got into him the whole way around.
Next time that happens, ride him forward. He went behind your leg, and then you took a little bit of the kick level.
Because it's scary.
It is scary.
Like, I think the former pre-accident me would have been like, it's okay, fucking be hot.
Listen, everything is eliminated.
I know. I don't know what happened. You saw ghosts. You saw ghosts today. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask. Super disappointed. It's not. It is not how I saw this going, that is for sure. Disappointed would be, the overwhelming feeling is disappointment. Yeah. The warm-up started out great, and then it got a little weird at the end, and it just kind of carried on into the show arena, and he was spooky in a way that he's never ever been before. And that just translated into a ride that felt really scary for me. You can't plan for what you don't know, but you don't know how to ride through that on a new horse or what you can trust or not until you experience it. And unfortunately, I experienced it in a class that really mattered. And there's some things that I probably could have done better in terms of navigating him around. But again, I really didn't feel safe at points. And it wasn't until I experienced that I knew what that felt like. And then I had to try to manage and deal with those emotions. And the test that I had ended up being the result of managing on the fly. And there's always things that you can do better, but in the moment I did my best. He felt like he was going to explode, and I did not trust that. I would hope that if something like this happened again in the future, I would feel more comfortable and more empowered to trust my skill set to be able to ride him more forward. I climbed back on and he was the first horse the last time I was at the farm, I was literally taken off in an ambulance, and the next time I'm back on the farm riding a horse is when I'm riding him. That was February of this year. So for me, even in the beginning, if he would look at something, it feels very unsafe. And to somebody else, maybe it's not, but to me, it's like my brain just freaks out about it. And I don't know, he's still new to me, so I don't know where that pressure point is. I don't know how much can I push before it explodes. And you don't know until you do it, and then things maybe go bad. It feels very scary. That's just where I am. And there's probably somewhere in between how I feel and what other people are seeing and what is actually happening. It's probably neither end of those, end of the spectrum, somewhere in the middle. Pulls up all that stuff that he's not responsible for creating in me that I've experienced, with my accident. You're like, I'm good and then it comes up and you're like, oh, apparently I'm not. I didn't feel like I could and did the best that I could at the time, and that's all you can do. That, I think, is where the learning comes. That's where you stay in the ring and do it and go, okay, I hate this. This really sucks. This feels terrible. You have to just keep trying. Every time I see a horse that's spinning around or having a less than great ride, I feel so bad, because all of us have. If you've been riding, if you're here at a show like this, you have ridden long enough and had some not so good rides to know that they do not all go well. Reality is,
You didn't feel safe.
I did not feel
protected
safe,
yourself,
and I
that's
was
fine.
not going to ride that way. I did at the end, and I got some scores for riding at the end.
Right.
It took me half the test to get my shit together to feel like I could ride him.
You went in there and you had a legitimate fear, and it put you on an anxiety part of your brain. You protected yourself, and there's no fault in that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to give yourself grace.
It was sitting on a bomb where I just felt like he was going to explode, and I didn't really know. I didn't feel like I could put a leg on him to start. In the end, I felt like I could use a leg and hand, and he was sort of there, but he's not a rearing horse, but I just felt like he might go up or something. And I feel horrible for those people, and that was me today. Today was not the day. And I thought, okay, I'm going to work on the things that I can work on and do the things that I can. The framing of things and how you approach them mentally and emotionally changes once you've kind of been there. But if you haven't been there, you're trying to manage it in the moment, and sometimes you do a really great job, and
Other times you every mistake that
yeah,
but you don't know.
yeah, and you just don't know until it occurs, and then you can try to do something about it. But
Yep.
One of my struggles with myself as a rider is going from being a hand rider to a seat rider. And for me, that was a constant battle within myself, seeing how Jennifer was teaching Jen. I love how their relationship is. I can definitely see Derry feels like, this is my person, and I'm in a good place, and I know I will be taken care of very well. Like, yes, I feel like I've probably done the right thing this moment. So that was a great moment for me. I love him. I just love him, but I always wished for him to just be able to be his best and show his potential, attain some notability. I feel like he's just too nice a horse to have sitting around in a field. I just feel very humbled by the whole process.
I love you. Sorry, we didn't do better.
Keep the sugar and cookies coming. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the ride. There'll be many more. Today is just the first of many beautiful times and rides you're going to have with him. I think you're going to love each other and support each other. You and Barry both. You got to support each other. I think it's going to be a wonderful journey, and I can't wait to be part of it.